Hey, what is going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life, in the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Good afternoon. Happy Sunday. I almost said good evening. I guess it's close to good evening. Happy Sunday to each and every one of you. I hope you guys had a blessed day. Hope you had some time to get some silent time alone, prayer, meditation, celebrate this beautiful place that we get to live, spend some time on. Hope you guys had a good day today and a good weekend overall. I'm going to talk a little bit about, I finally found something out of the Bitcoin Miami that was constructive. Finally. Because, oh my goodness, it was interesting stuff to say the least. Interesting stuff coming out of there to say the least. But in any case, what's going on? There you're there, H. Good to see you. Darcy is in the building. Indeed, what's going on? Chance Gardner, good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Good to see you as well. Yeah, man. ATC started in the United States Navy. So, guys, look, some great stuff coming out of, some interesting stuff, I should say, coming out of the Bitcoin conference. But I did find something that I thought was pretty positive from, believe it or not, from Mr. Wonderful himself. Mr. Wonderful himself. We're going to go over that a little bit. And Mickey Be Fresh sounds off today. I guess, I don't know, maybe that was yesterday he did that video. Maybe it was yesterday, the day before. Interesting. Mickey Be Fresh is a smart dude. He gets it. So we're going to talk about that for a little bit as well. What's going on, TJ Jackson? Good to see you, brother. It is good to see you for sure. Yeah, interesting stuff like the market. I don't even know. I don't even check the market anymore nowadays. XRP Gal's in the building. What? I haven't seen you in a while, miss. Good to see you. I am. What's going on, XRP Joe? It's great to see you, brother. Great to see you for sure. Yeah, the family is here. Darcy's in the building. Devon Steve checked in. What's good with you, bro? 416 Crypto is in the building. What is up with you? Yeah, so just some interesting stuff. I haven't checked the market. I did I do anything yesterday with OneSwap or Aave? I didn't do anything with Aave. But yeah, definitely playing around with those platforms and earning some money on my money. Learning how to treat my assets like a business to create cash flow. Yeah, very, very cool. Very, very cool. We are no longer the days of just buying an asset, holding on to it and waiting for appreciation. We got to evolve from that. Interesting enough to hear Mickey Be Fresh use the term that we use all the time in the channel. Level up. You got to level up, right? We talked about you got to level up your IQ on digital assets. You got to level up your IQ on the digital asset space as a whole, not just on XRP, right? And then you got to level up your IQ on finances, right? Especially within the digital asset space. What is DeFi? What does that mean? Have you looked into it? What exactly is Flare Networks and what is Flare Finance going to bring to the table, right? The DeFiStandard.com, highly recommend you guys go check it out. Read some of the articles that are on that site. It's really, really good. You want to talk about a value add. That's a big time value add right there. The DeFiStandard.com. Go check out Patty, XRP, Mickey Be Fresh. There's another guy, I forget his name. I think he's still there. I haven't heard from him in a while. But yeah, it's really, really important to, I guess he would be quote unquote the older guy, to do that, level up, know what you know. It's not enough. I'll say this. It's not enough to merely know what you hold. It's not enough to merely just know what you hold. This is a once in 3 lifetime opportunity in this digital asset space. It's a 1 in 3 lifetime opportunity. It's not enough to just know what you hold. It's not enough to just do your research on the digital asset that you hold. Like it's not enough any longer, especially for those of us who have been around, right, since 2016, since 2017. It's not enough. I don't know why my subscriber count is not working. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Let me share this out on the channel a little bit. What the heck happened? I love my YouTube, my thumbnail from my last live. Oh, goodness, funny. It's funny. Let's see here. It's, again, it's just massively important. I'm going to share this out on Twitter and YouTube, and then God, hopefully change that thumbnail. Goodness gracious, right? It's really just not important. What do you guys know about WanSwap.finance? Like, what do you know about it? What do you know about app.ave.com? What do you know about app.sushi.com? What do you know about curve.fi? What do you know? What do you know about cash flow and balancing a balance sheet, tending to a balance sheet? George Gammon has excellent videos on DeFi? No way. Really, XRP gal? George Gammon. That is interesting. I have a lot of respect for George Gammon and what he brings in the financial world. I did not know he was doing videos on DeFi. Well, how about that? That is very, very interesting. Really? I have to go check some of those out. Let's see here. Let's share this out real quick. Mickey B. Fresh sounds off. Oh, I love it. Mickey B. Fresh. I love it. I absolutely love it. All right, let's go back here. Let's go over here. I wish I could just copy. Maybe I could. Copy that title. So yeah, so it's interesting stuff there. Did you guys hear that thing from Mickey B. Fresh? DeFiStandard.com. I'm telling you guys, the DeFi. What? Why is that not coming up? Oh. The DeFiStandard.com. Go check. Go check it out for sure. Let's try this again. Why is my thing not coming up? Okay, well, that's not going to work. Let's get out of there. Let's close that. James White says, yep. Thank you, XRP Joe. Appreciate that. Crypto Mike, what is good, bro? Vesper.finance. I have heard of Vesper.finance. Absolutely. Crypto Mike, I sure have, bro. Vesper.finance. Absolutely. Zapper.fi. Without question, you want to learn more about that. All right, let me get back over here to Trevor Conte checked in. What's good, brother? Good to see you. What? Oh, no, XRP guy. I did not know that. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I'm glad that you are well. Stay well rested. Get enough sleep for sure. I appreciate you checking in. All right, let me go to where it is right here. The Bitcoin used to be called BitConnect. Nope. Nope. Colin Hughes. Nope. So guys, listen, what do I want to cover first? I don't know. Should we cover Mickey B. Fresh sound off, or do we want to hear from Mr. Wonderful himself, Kevin O Leary at Bitcoin Miami 2021? Very interesting stuff there. And again, because it was positive, if you will, constructive, it was good to definitely see that as well. Oh yeah. Speaking of Celsius, William Anderson, what's good with you, my friend? Interesting to see Flare Finance taking some polls on different assets that they're looking to add to their ecosystem. I got to tell you, the two that are winning right now, I'm excited about. That's the Celsius token and BNB. Really excited about that. BNB, just because, look, that ecosystem over there is massive, but I think the best thing coming out of there is BNB for sure. You know, definitely for sure. Not Pancake, not, you know. Anyway, definitely BNB. So to see Celsius and BNB, because to me, each one of those tokens represent the companies behind them. And I like that. And I like that there's a quote unquote company behind it with someone you can give, you can call when you need to. Yeah, I don't even know what to think about Max K anymore. Crazy stuff. James White. Yeah, so which one do we want to go over first? Let's go over, yeah, he's a trip. Eccentric is an understatement for Max Kaiser. Eccentric is an understatement. If you're enjoying the content, please don't forget to smash that like button and absolutely hit the subscribe button for us so you can get notified when we do go live. So for sure, let's go over Mickey B. Fresh's thing, right? Because I think it's just so hugely important to really kind of get the bigger picture. I did a video a day or so ago, a live stream about Coinbase Pro making this decision to list Dogecoin, right? Remember that? Remember the live stream I did about that? And I just couldn't help I just couldn't, I was beside myself because I was just thinking about, a lot of times content creators, they miss the bigger picture. They get on this horse and it's always about trying to be right and wrong versus about the bigger picture for this asset class, right? The asset class. And I asked a question, Billionaire H. I asked a question on the live stream, a couple live stream ago when I was talking about Coinbase Pro listing Doge. I asked a question, why did they do that? Like, was it because it's just because, Coinbase Pro, who caters to institutions, right? Someone said, well, there's fees. Well, there's fees on every asset. Not every asset is listed on Coinbase Pro. There's right? There's some big projects not listed on Coinbase Pro. Bigger projects than Doge, not listed on Coinbase Pro. So if it was about the fees, the bigger projects with bigger net communities would be listed on there. So it can't be, it's about, making and taking. It can't be about making and taking. It's got to be something else. What that is, I don't know. Now, I come to discover, well, let me share what Mickey B. Fresh shared with me that I didn't know. For me, the answer was network adoption. That was my answer. Don't sleep on network adoption. One might argue that a good reason for an asset being attached to the blockchain is for network adoption. There is no Bitcoin network without network adoption. The blockchain could still be there. That technology and the monetary policies can still be there. But there is no network adoption. Right? There's no network adoption. Right? In other words, some people have to agree that this thing is valuable. Some people need to agree that using this blockchain is valuable. Right? Let's take a listen to good old Mickey B. Fresh. Hopefully it'll play. What's going on, Michael O2? Good to see you. Right? It's good to see you. I agree with you there in that age. Let's see if we can try and see. Let's look, Crypto Mike. I just say what it is, what you will. Crypto Mike bought 25 ounces of silver on Provident Metals a few weeks ago with Doge. I just want you to think about that for a second. Crypto Mike, average guy, right? Sharp guy, great channel, right? I just wanted you to think about what he was able to do. He bought 25 ounces of silver, right? I think that's what you're saying. You're not saying a 25 ounce, but 25 ounces of silver on Provident Metals a few weeks ago with Doge. Did you get that? Do you get what he just did or what he did a few weeks ago? Do you get that the power behind that? I wonder if Provident Metals is thinking about the greater fool theory. That some people like to throw around like it means something in the digital asset space. I wonder if Provident Metal was thinking about that. They gave up their silver. This is what I'm trying to say. They gave up their silver for Doge. Do you understand what's going on there? Do you think that's just a transaction? People just amaze me with this, getting on this high horse about the digital asset that they hold, opposed to that they don't hold, the technology that comes with the digital asset that they hold, and the partnerships that they hold versus the ones that they don't. It's just amazing to me, and completely missing the bigger picture. It's just completely just missing the bigger picture, all wrapped up in themselves, right? And my mentor used to say to me all the time, some people are just limited in their capacity, right? You got to get that. Some people, they're just limited in their capacity to think outside of themselves. Sad. Like, it's sad. I just think about that for a second. What Crypto Mike was blessed to be able to do. I don't know Provident Metal. I don't know. What is it? Provident Metals. I don't know who Provident Metals is, what they do. I don't know the CEO. I don't know the people on the board. I don't know the stockholders, if there's such a thing. I don't know if it's a privately held or public, but they decided to give up their silver for Doge. And YouTubers don't want you to hold it. How does that make any sense? And it's not about Doge. It's not about Doge. It's about the opportunity that Crypto Mike was able to execute. That's why we talk about it all the time. We need a new 1%, right? Right? You need a new 1%. Maybe the Doge that Crypto Mike held increased in value more so than the dollars that he was holding. I don't know. But the opportunity presented itself. That choice to do so presented itself. The choice to do it presented itself. Right? Digital assets, gold and silver. Nice. It's I'm excited about that. Number one, that it's an opportunity there. Just imagine if, I don't know, Provident Metals all of a sudden Instead of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Doge, I don't know what they take. Crypto Mike, what digital assets do they take besides Doge? Besides Bitcoin, my guess is Bitcoin Cash, and Ethereum, and Doge, obviously. What if they decide on another digital asset that you hold? Do you see what I'm saying? Anyway, thank you, Josie. I appreciate it. You got to get that, right? That's why I love when Crypto Eddie says, if you really want to level up your IQ about the digital asset space, listen to people outside of the digital asset space. Provident Metals. They're live and die. The thing that they wake up in the morning and keep them up at night is not crypto. It's precious metals. You see what I'm saying? It's precious metals. So anyway, let's take a listen to Mickey B. Fresh, that dude. Let's see. Very important. Nice move. I'm happy for you, Crypto Mike. I'm happy for you, my friend. I'm happy for you that you had the opportunity to execute that. Zero seed. Let's take a listen to this. Mickey B. Fresh and Patty XRP talking about the SEC versus Ripple case, live streamed about that, and also Panther Protocol, also about that. Spark Claim, Flare Wallets, and Doge came up in the conversation. Here's Mickey B. Fresh sounding off. All right, let's see if we can play this.
Institutional, but like private business interests, because you got like Mark Cuban, Elon Musk, and people like that want to use it for like payments for their products.
Talking about Doge.
So, I think that makes sense. Some of these other ones, it's just like, it's the market going crazy.
Doge is number 3 in payments in BitPay. So, people should not be, I'm going to say this once again.
Number 3 in payments. Number 3 in payments on BitPay.
Yeah, and I'm going to keep saying this. In the community, there are noticeable influencers that continue to bash Doge, and they need to stop because it's going to be an F asset on the Flare network. What you think about it, what you don't think about it, it's being used in payments, and it's number 3 on BitPay, and it's being used by the Oakland A's, the Dallas Mavericks to accept as payments. So people are using the.
I'm trying to understand why the Oakland A's and the Dallas Mavericks are accepting Doge as payment.
The asset. So, and it's going to be part of the community on Flare. So we need to come together as community and stop bashing it. All right. So that's just one thing I'm going to say, just to our whole community as XRP. Stop with the bashing of Doge, okay? Because we're all going to be one on Flare.
Yeah. Now I have to tell you, I agree with him wholeheartedly. And again, not so much that he's talking about Doge, but the fact that he's talking about coming together and bashing. Now, for me, again, it's network adoption. That's the difference. And ultimately, it's about giving you and I more opportunities to do things for us to level up our lifestyle and those we care about and those around us, an opportunity to level up. I mean, it's massive. Again, the Doge on being on Flare, love it. There's a bunch of people who own some Doge. And because they own some Doge, they can now mint it and get some Spark tokens. Another opportunity for them to do something and have their money make them money. Oh, whoa, it's not the best tokenomics in the world. And oh, whoa, what does all of that matter? Now, I'm not talking about rug, right? We're not talking about a rug pull, right? We're not talking about all this stuff that's happening on the Binance Smart Chain and all these rug pulls and that's equating to tens and tens and tens of millions of dollars of money being just taken away. I don't know why Elon Musk is so interested in Dogecoin. I don't know. I do know that he offered to pay for their development, to help further the development. And they said, yeah, no, thank you. I do know that. I don't know why Coinbase Pro, not Coinbase.com, that is a brokerage. Coinbase Pro is a trading exchange. I don't know why they decided to list Dogecoin, but they did. They have their reasons for it. What I do know is it gives family members of mine an opportunity, another platform to trade something that they hold. I do know that. That's a pretty cool deal. Right? But his overall thing was, look, number 3 in payments on BitPay. Like, are you just going to just say, oh, that doesn't really matter? That a bunch of people are using it? What does that matter? The technology. Don't you understand the technology? Don't you understand the tokenomics are not ideal? Don't you understand? Oakland A's, Dallas Mavericks, for some strange reason, they're going to let you use your Doge for some strange reason. Do you see what I'm saying? What's going on, Guac Girl? Good to see you. Appreciate you checking in. Dakota Shipley checked in. What's going on with you, my friend? Right? I mean, I just want you to think about that for a second. This is about an opportunity. This is an opportunity of 3 lifetimes. Opportunity of 3 lifetimes. This is the digital asset space. So, and it's on the Flare network. And so especially, I would think, especially for an XRP holder who's looking to participate in the Flare network, even though you're participating, kicking and screaming, because you don't understand what it is. You haven't taken the time to listen to Mickey B. Fresh or Patty B. XRP, because all you're going to do is just put out videos and not answer any people's comments. To travesty of all travesties for a content creator. But those assets that are going to participate on the Flare networks, it provides massive more utility to XRP, the XRP ledger rather, right? And that is a great thing. Right? That is a great thing. But coming together, right? You know, the whole idea of just trying to break up and kind of dish over into tribes and all that stuff like that. Right? Why? Why do we have to go on this my crypto is better than your crypto thing? I don't understand that. Why do we need to do that? You got to get the space that we're in. We get to participate. We want more options, not less options. What Provident Metals just provided to Crypto Mike was more options. Doge presented Crypto Mike another option. His option was, well, I can get rid of my Doge, or I can get rid of my BTC, whatever. More options. Doge being created, Doge being this, Doge being whatever, Doge, all that stuff gave him more options. And Provident Metals said, yeah, you know what? We're gonna give him another option. That's a cool deal. That's a cool deal. I like the idea of being able to hold some Doge. I don't own any Doge. I like the idea of being able to hold some Doge and I can sleep at night knowing that Provident Metals, when I want to pick up some silver after Doge, triples, I can go buy some silver and pass that silver on to my family. I can pass that on. I took that dirty, nasty fiat, purchase some Doge, let it triple, and then go buy some silver options, right? Think about that, guys. 50 people on the stream. Do me a favor. If you haven't had a chance already to hit that like button, please hit the like button. If you're enjoying the hangout and you're enjoying the content, we got to let the world out there that's hanging out on YouTube know that there's this new asset class out there that provides for them more options to level up their lifestyle. They don't know about it. They're hanging out on YouTube watching all kind of crazy stuff. They don't know about the digital asset space. And the way we can turn them on and let them know is by smashing that like button, guys. Do me a favor and smash the like button. That'd be really super cool. 51 people, 31 likes, 41 likes. Very good. I like it. And I appreciate that, guys. We need a new 1%, right? We need more of us to win. We need more of the average Joe and the average Jane to win, because just God knows what's going on with the powers that be. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. We need a new 1% with a different perspective, right? We need to give more people like Crypto Mike more opportunities to level up their lifestyle. That's what we need, right? And we can do that. We can start by doing that by smashing that like button, guys. I appreciate that. I appreciate that big time. So that's the word on the street there. Look at XRP Joe. XRP Joe says, I hold some Doge and some Shiba Inu and some HOKK and don't mind saying it. LOL. The important thing is that I'm willing to lose it all, right? Opportunity. Understands this risk versus rewards. I love it. I love it. What's going on, Ant? Good to see you. It's great to see you, my friend. Appreciate you checking in. So that's one of the deals. Now, Kevin O'Leary. What do you mean by that, Ant? Please help me out on that one. I don't understand what you're asking. Ant, Crypto Siege, quick question. XRP at 2.5% or sell at 3.5%? What do you mean, my friend? Can you elaborate on that a little bit? Expound on that? I'm not sure I understand the question. DSGR10. What's going on, my friend? What's going on for Shah Rahani? It's good to see you, my friend. It's been a while. Kevin O'Leary had an interesting little, 15 minutes at Bitcoin Miami 2021. I thought it was really, really interesting. Really, really interesting. Travis Tolliver, what's good with you, my friend? Oh, there's no interest right now on XRP. Yeah, man. They are no longer providing interest. They're looking to do something with the stable coin in XRP. Did you see an interest rate number? Because last I checked, it was showing 0. Let me check my Celsius thing. Colin Hughes checked in. Crawfish, what's good? How are you, bro? A tsunami is incoming. Agreed. At least not in the U.S. Maybe you're not in the U.S. Maybe that's what it is. That could be it. And man, you're not in the U.S., huh? Yeah, you're in Europe. Gotcha. Okay, there it is. There's the answer. You're in Europe. Oh, wow. 2.5% on XRP or 3.5% on sell XRP with me personal. That's what I would do. I would certainly not tell you what to do with your money. I'm good, bro. I'm real good, Crawfish. I appreciate you being here, bro. Yeah, no worries, man. No worries. Yeah, me personally, definitely XRP. Now, yeah. Now, I will tell you that I'm getting almost 4% on my XRP. Yeah, man. Yeah. Getting 4% on mine. But yeah. Definitely, I would. Celsius is a beast for sure, but for the U.S., we can't get anything right now. They stopped it, and they're gonna look to do something with stable coins, but I don't know how long that is going to take, how quick it is going to be, or how long it's going to take. Yep. Yeah, XRP in the States, right? It's 0%, right? XRP Joe, yeah. Man is in Europe. That's why he's got a percentage on his XRP, because they can provide interest, XRP interest in outside of the US, which is crazy, crazy. Farshad Rohani, thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. I appreciate that. A tsunami of money is incoming in 2021 is our year best. Believe XRP Army. I agree with you, Farshad. I believe for sure that is correct. You know, the fall and the winter is going to be very, very exciting for sure. What in the world? Solomon, the one and only Solomon checked in. What's good with you, my friend? Farshad Rohani, thank you so much. I appreciate you supporting the channel, brother. Solomon. That is funny. What's good with you, bro? Yeah, did you hear Mickey B. Fresh sounding off? Did you hear Mickey B. Fresh sounding off? It's crazy. It's crazy. Mickey B. Fresh. I like Mickey B. Fresh. Like, he gets the bigger picture, right? He gets the bigger picture. You know, this whole thing of trying to be right, and this whole thing of, I don't know. I just feel like this thing of, you know, this thing of my coin being better than your coin. We got to get past that stuff. Yeah, because believe it or not, people don't understand. Believe it or not, first two things. Bitcoin, number one, has not, very important to understand, Bitcoin hasn't won the store of value thing yet. You got to get that. Like, it hasn't won it yet. It hasn't gotten it yet. And the digital asset space as a whole, you know, we can't, what's the word? You know, rest our head on the pillow at night and sleep soundly knowing that, oh, we're good. That's not the case. We're not good yet. It's not over yet. And certainly not for XRP and what the company Ripple is looking to do. That's not over yet. You won't believe the pushback on the company Ripple. You won't believe the pushback on its protocol and on the digital asset XRP. This is a fight. It's a fight. The SEC is just a pawn in the fight. It's a pawn in the fight. Or you could call it like a maybe a bishop in the fight, if you will. Oh man, Farshad, thank you so much, man, for the super sticker. I put that up. I didn't even say anything. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Thank you for supporting the channel, my friend. I appreciate that. Right. So just understand, it's not over yet for us. Right. There's a fight, and it's important to know that in this fight, we should be coming together. It's very, very challenging to call out another group for being maxis, yet operate as a maxi on your own. That's not cool. It's not cool. You know, that's not cool at all. That's not cool at all. Neil F checked in. What's good? So anyway, Mickey B. Fresh sounding off like that, I think was important. I think it was noted. I think it's very, very important to understand that, that, calling people losers and the great losers and some, what is it? Greater fool theory for holding Doge. That's not cool. It's just not cool. What if Crypto Mike would have listened to that? He would have had to use another asset, perhaps, to get that 25 ounces of silver. You know what I mean? What's going on, XRP Precision Peace? Good to see you. Yeah, he is. And he's just a smart guy, and thank God for him. Thank God for Mickey Be Fresh, where I can just go tune into his channel and level up, right? I can just go to the DeFi Standard and .com and just level up, right? Thank God for all the content creators like Solomon, Mickey Be Fresh, freaking Darren Moore, right? Who take their time, energy, and resources to do all kinds of research for us so that we can level up. I mean, thank God. I couldn't imagine running two businesses with, Miss Crypto Siege, little Miss Crypto Siege. Goodness gracious. Right? So thank goodness for those guys. And he's right. It is. We do need to come together. It's so very, very important. Flynn Networks is massive. Absolutely is massive. Absolutely. It's going to be massive, but it's not here yet. That's why I did those videos on OneSwap.finance. It's not here yet. It's coming, but it's not here yet. And, there's a genius in bringing DeFi to XRP without question. But OneChain leveled up before Aave, before Compound, before MakerDAO, before Binance Smart Chain. Do you see that? Not before Celsius. Celsius was first. That behemoth that is the Celsius network was first. But Celsius, to their credit, they don't tippy-toe around on the that regulatory compliant line. Like there's line for regulatory compliant with Celsius is way back here. They do not get close to that. And I don't blame them. They got a business to run. And you want to talk about someone who's in a big time fight for you and I, it's Celsius. Because there's a few banks out there who do not want Celsius to succeed. Right? Celsius is giving you and I all kind of options. A 1% loan. Why don't you stroll over to, get in the car and hop on over to your local Bank of America, Wells Fargo, JP Morgan, and tell them you'd like to apply for their 1% loan program. Because if they don't know your first and last name, if you're not on a first name basis with the manager or the investment arm, the private banker, if you're not on first name basis with the private banker, they're going to look at you like you're crazy. 1% loan? What? Not happening. So trust me when I tell you, it's a big fight with them, Celsius, and what that behemoth that is Ripple, the company, is doing. Right? And to win the fight for the digital asset space as a whole, Spanish Cobra, thank you, my friend. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. I appreciate that. Thanks for the OneChain content. Great teacher, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that big time. So, right? Just understand that we need to come together to win this fight. We need to come together. We need to come together to win this fight, not break up into camps. That's not healthy. It's just not gonna win. Remember, old money doesn't want you to win. That's why I put that out there. That's the big picture. They don't want us to win. They want us to war with one another. That's what they want, to divide us, to keep our attentions on the insignificant stuff. That's what they want. Right? That's what they want. And we got to, it's so important to understand that this my token and this technology and the partnership that we have, That doesn't make any sense. Right? It doesn't make any sense. Trevor LeConte, what's going on with you, my friend? Gotta come together. That's so important. All right, brother. Yeah, minute 15:39, my friend. Minute 15:39 of that last live stream where Mickey B. Fresh kind of goes into it for sure. Guys, so listen, I mean, again, there is some good, so I'm going to share some of the good that came out of that that Bitcoin Miami 2021. I'm going to share some of the good. Let's see if I can find that. That is, I'll have to go here. Let me go here. Let's go to history. Let's go here for a second.
Gentlemen, take your seats.
All right, let's take a listen to this. Mr. Wonderful himself. That's funny, XP Joe. Why do you think they call it social distancing? All right, let's listen to this. Kevin O'Leary is the moderator, I guess, if you will, for this little talk here. Let's take a listen.
Let me set this up because this is going to be quite a panel. Just for full transparency and disclosure, this is being broadcast around the world by LinkedIn because there's so much institutional interest in the answers these gentlemen are going to give today. And so they're going to be heard. And why it's important is here's an opportunity, problem and an opportunity. I like to frame things yin and yang. Here's the problem. ESG and sustainability has entered into this market very quickly, very rapidly on an uncontrolled basis. There's a dialogue going on that creating Bitcoin is bad for the environment. And it's taken on many different forms. It's found everywhere around the world. There's governments making policy decisions, uninformed policy decisions, about the sustainability metrics around mining coin. And it has, in fact, hurt the capital markets for the ability for miners, these gentlemen and others that wish to raise capital, to do so. That's the problem. Here's the opportunity. Bitcoin itself, whether you believe it's an asset, whether you believe it's a property, whatever you believe it is of great interest to institutional managers. That would be pension plans, sovereign funds, and yet they own none. Now, why is that? Let me walk you through the decision-making process. I work in that world. I service institutional clients, sovereign, pension plans, you name it. What's happened over the last 36 months is that they are all beholden now to what are called ESG committees, sustainability committees, whether there's ethics committees on top of that, but also committees that concern themselves with the origin of assets, and they actually have a filter. They make decisions around ESG, and they say you can or can't own that asset. It's not sustainably created. Not just Bitcoin. This goes for many other asset classes too, which is why there's a lot of debate going on. Now, here's the opportunity. If those institutions were just to take a 3% weighting, which is very typical in an asset or a stock or a bond or land or property, it would represent $1 trillion worth of purchasing of Bitcoin itself. The increase in value would be geometric from where it is today. So everybody in this room, everybody is incentivized to solve this problem for those institutions, so that we can unmask this log jam for what it is. A tremendous amount of interested capital that wants to come into this asset class that can't do it right now because it's got the wrong messaging around it. Because the truth is, as we'll discuss in a moment, that Bitcoin is actually good for the environment because it's forcing these miners to find the most efficient way to create the power to do the mining.
Yeah, and that's always kind of been my argument. And I first heard it from Alex Mashinsky. I tend to listen to that, a guy who's in the 1% of the 1%. And again, he's pointing out something that I think is massively important. These financial institutions that could bring $1 trillion by just taking 3% off the books and applying it to the digital asset space. $1 trillion. What do you think $1 trillion into the digital asset space does for you and I? Like, what do you think that does for you and I? $1 trillion coming, another trillion that's on the sidelines that he says is anxiously awaiting to get in. Right? Anxiously waiting to get in. In the end, since, and this is what Al Machinsky says, since there is this heavy, intensive use of energy required, that means that it can be applied, the answers can be applied somewhere. In other words, if they're holding up all this energy, they can take that and they can use renewable energy. So one of the great ways to get renewable energy is from the number one holder of non-renewable energy, if you understand what I'm saying. Right? So the thing to understand is there's this big demand. The ESG, like he said, it does this, it's for all assets, right? But these institutions, look, they understand that, you know, whoever, for whatever the powers that be are saying, this is what we're looking to do. This is what we want. Make sure your stuff is renewable energy. Make sure that's where you're putting your money, right? The solutions, the carbon neutral platforms like the one that Ripple used, you know, the hydro, whatever the hydro thing is, they're solutions to the challenge. So it's important to understand that, number one, there are solutions to the challenge that comes from proof of work. There's solutions already out there available. And number two, there's this massive amount of money, $1 trillion, if you will, waiting to come in once it's solved. That is good for you and I. It's good for you and I. You gotta understand that whatever that is in terms of energy that proof of work is sucking up, there's a solution for it, right? Which is beneficial to the renewable energy sources and is beneficial for us because of the money that's waiting to come into this space once the solution is implemented, not discovered. The solution's already been discovered. There are solutions on the table. And like they say later in this video, you know, the people will move to where they have to move and pivot to where they have to pivot. And they're going to have to pivot. But there's solutions. There would be a different argument if there were no, in my opinion, if there were no solutions to the PLW issue, to the mining issue. That would be another thing. That would be a little scary if there were no solutions. But honestly, there are solutions. There are solutions. And I find it interesting that he sees, you know, this is where he lives, Kevin O Leary, talking to these institutions and these questions that he asked in that video came from the institutions. They all wrote down and sent him questions to be answered by these companies, those three people on the panel there who own mining, if you will, companies. And shout out to this person here, Lemon Crypto. Lemon Crypto, guys. Make sure you follow Lemon Crypto on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Let me subscribe here. Because he's the one who provided this video. Now, I think LinkedIn did a streaming and maybe Bitcoin Magazine did a streaming as well. But I found this video with Kevin O Leary from Lemon Crypto, one word. Thank you, my friend, for doing that. That's the big deal. That's the big deal. There are solutions. And by the way, Texas is amping up their renewable or whatever kind of green mining, energy mining. Texas is ramping up to provide it. Right? So solutions. I mean, whoever the governor in Texas signing some bill or putting some bill in, that's awesome. Having it be done more so in the U.S., awesome. It's an opportunity. And that's what I think people are missing, this whole mining and electricity and all that stuff kind of going on. All that does is provide an opportunity to solve the challenge. It's not going away. We don't want it to go away. I'm just sometimes I think people want Bitcoin to go away. We don't want Bitcoin to go away. Right? We don't want it to go away. Just gives us more choices, right? John, what's going on with the Bifrost wallet? Did you try to do something with that wallet, John? I missed the conversation. I changed mine the other day from Nano to MetaMask so that I can actually see them once Spark is doled out. I know you're talking about claiming, right? Claiming the Spark token. I'm supposed to be helping someone who has stuff on Ledger. I tried reaching out and I didn't get anything back yet, but I moved mine off the Ledger just for that snapshot. I moved it to Celsius just for the snapshot. Like, I don't want to backspace and semicolon something or whatever I had to do back when they originally said the stuff you had to do. I didn't want to mess around with anything with that Ledger. I said, if Celsius is going to support the Spark thing, cool. I'll let them divvy it out. I trust them to divvy it out. All of that stuff. That Ledger stuff, yeah, not so much. Yeah, I'm going to use the XRP toolkit and I guess the docs.xrptoolkit.com as well to figure that out. Not for me. I'm helping someone else who does not want to do it. So I'm going to help them for sure. So guys, that's kind of I encourage you to watch that video from Lemon Crypto with Mike. What's his name? Goodness gracious, Kevin O'Leary. It's the one positive that I kind of got out of that Bitcoin Miami 2021. Unfortunately, the Celsius AMA that took place was having some big time issues in live streaming from Miami, so it went away. Yeah, and just we do, not that there are not flaws. There are definitely inherent flaws in the way that proof of work thing is set up. The Bitcoin, the way that's set up, there's some big time flaws in it, without question. Without question. I mean, when you throw in the human part of that, there's challenges, right? There's challenges, but it's not that they can't get fixed. The most important part, for sure. In Santiago Velez, if you didn't watch his tweet, he went in on some of the issues that they got going on there, right? And we all know what David Schwartz said, but ultimately, they're solutions. They are solutions to the challenges. This whole mining energy thing, solutions. But I got to tell you, there was one interesting question in that video you should watch from institutions. They were like, who is the face behind this thing? These are from institutions. They wanted to know who's the face behind this Bitcoin. Are you guys coming together? Because we need a board. Is there a foundation or something? Who's the face behind this Bitcoin? That was from the institutions. And it's a viable question. It really is. It's a viable question. What's going on, GDLT? I hear you, bro. I appreciate you being here, man. Yeah, all of the questions that he asked in that video, let me get the link for you guys. Let me get the link. Is that the link? Let's try it. So you guys can check this out. Highly encourage you. It's 26 minutes. Worth your time to listen to it. Again, he got these questions from institutions and he presented it to the panel. So there is the link right there. For sure, guys. So guys, listen, what I'm doing with my XRP, I am earning, 3.8, let me see, to 4% on my XRP using one swap. Very excited to be able to do that. Again, guys, it's important. We are no longer in just this buy and hold phase in the crypto space, in the digital asset space. We're no longer just doing that. Especially if you've been around since 2016, maybe 2017. It's time to step the game up. It's time to learn, become better equipped to deal in DeFi. There was a poll on Twitter that said, would you rather have $1 million cash or $600,000 a year in cash flow? And the overwhelming answer was $600,000 a year in cash flow, essentially. Yeah. OneSwap.finance viewers delight XRP. And check out I did 2 videos on just the depositing and or lending, if you will, your crypto on OneSwap. Yeah. And just remember, besides Celsius, OneSwap was next. All these DeFi platforms coming around and doing their thing. Maker, Compound, Yearn Finance. Where was XRP and all that? We had to wait for Flare Networks, but OneSwap beat Flare Networks to it. Now Celsius again first out of all of them. Out of all of them, Celsius was first. The behemoth, the beast. Celsius was first. DeFi offers you and I an opportunity to build a business around digital assets, to build a business with cash flow, with debt, with managing, with operating and deploying capital, like being a market maker. DeFi presents an opportunity to us, and it's been kind of touted. You know, first thing people think about DeFi, what's the first thing they think about? Impermanent loss. They not think about everything else behind it. And that's kind of like the wrong message, right? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Flare Networks is going to be massive. What do you know about Flare Network? What do you know about Flare Finance? Do you know how to provide liquidity? Do you know about single farms and dual farms? Do you know about liquidity provider tokens? What do you know? Are you earning any interest on your XRP? It's time for all of us to level up that game. I've been staying up to the wee hours of the night, every single night for the last, 5-7 days, just learning. Shout out to Darren Moore. He did a video interestingly enough, he did a video on OneSwap the same day that I decided to use OneSwap.finance. He did a video. I will definitely do that. Update on Flare on Twitter, says Trevor LeConte. Really? Let's see what's going on there. I know you hit me up, Trevor. I appreciate all that you do. Oh, there it is. Oh, so there's the update. Now wait a minute. I hope he's not, wait a minute. Oh, okay. So I thought it was going to be like first only one, and then let me share that with you guys. I thought it was going to be only one, Trevor, and then and thank you so much for sharing this, my friend. I thought it was going to be only one, and then there was going to be a backup if there was I don't know, in case something didn't win. All right, so let me share it. That's good news. That's good news. Celsius is going to be on Flare Finance. What? Yep. All right, let me share that. Thank you, Trevor, for pointing that out, my friend. Where are we at? Where are we? Let's share that. That is some good stuff right there. Ha ha. Here it is. Woo. Flare Finance says the vote is clear and the wait is no longer needed. Flare Finance will support the following. Oh, my goodness. Flare Finance will support the following currencies on top of all F assets: at launch for each category. For Ethereum, Telcoin, and Celsius, although Celsius definitely won. But for Binance, BNB, and Cake, so BS, so the Binance Smart Chain. And meme coins is going to be Shiba Inu and Sandshoe. Now, I am proud to say that I own 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Pretty cool, but that is great news. That is coming. These assets, along with Spark, why Fin, will help bootstrap the ecosystem with active liquidity and give various communities a chance to onboard into the Flare DeFi ecosystem. Want to see more of your favorite assets on Flare Finance? Be prepared to submit governance proposals in the upcoming beta program. Programs that pass will have the selected assets listed on launch. So they got an upcoming beta program for governance proposals, which is really, really cool. Thank you, Trevor, for sharing that. So that is really, really, really cool. That is really, really, really cool. So it's going to be Flare Finance is going to be doing some things there. Very excited about that. Absolutely excited about that. So F assets, and that's where we are, right? Yeah. So that's on Flare Finance. So Flare Finance is on the Flare network, right? So it's on the Flare network. Flare Finance is on the Flare network. Flare Networks is, doing the XRP Ledger thing, but Flare Finance, the first DeFi on Flare network. So that's really, really good stuff to hear that. BNB, Cell, very, very cool to see that. And look at Shiba Inu getting in there. Yep, makes me want to pick up more Spark and XRP. Indeed. Yeah, so there's the news, guys. Shout out to Trevor LeConte. Thank you for sharing that, my friend. I appreciate that. So check out that video from Lemon Crypto, guys. Learn a little bit more from Kevin O Leary and what the institutions are thinking about Bitcoin and how they can come into this space. Yeah, so that is really good news for sure. Yeah, absolutely. That just gives you and I a great opportunity to, again, to treat our assets and the way we hold them as a business to create cash flow. That's the DeFi game, to operate as a business owner and create cash flow, that passive income that comes in, and learning how to work that system of lending and borrowing and providing liquidity. Learning how to do that is absolutely massive. And that the fact that you can be a market maker is powerful, and earn on those transaction fees like banks do. But you're doing it in a way that you're providing this liquidity. You're providing it. Whereas the banks, we provide it to the banks and we get nada. You understand that? We provide the liquidity for banks and we get nada, nothing, zero, nothing. So yeah, that's absolutely great news, man. That's it right there, GDLT. That is exactly it. Flare Finance is being smart for going for cryptos with big communities to attract more Flare Finance and possibly using it without question. Absolutely. And Flare Networks is just going to continue to do its thing as well, right? To do the same thing. To think about it, right? You don't see XRP, Stellar, Lumens, and Litecoin. Where do you see those in the DeFi space? Rarely. Maybe you say Litecoin, maybe. Why do you think that is? For what Flare Networks is doing is beautiful. Exactly, XRP Joe. You're exactly that's right. Viewers delight nada, right? And you're exactly right, XRP Joe. We provide the liquidity for banks, and they actually end up charging us. They charge us to provide liquidity to them. Just think about that. Madness. Well, no longer thanks to platforms like Celsius, who started the DeFi game. Celsius was first to provide yield to you and I for you depositing your asset, and they providing them interest. They were the first to do it. Celsius was, right? So very, very cool. Absolutely excited about that. This is our chance to win without question. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to wrap this up. It's been a really, really cool hang for sure. I appreciate each and every one of you guys being here. Shout out to that dude, Mickey B. Fresh, for sounding off. So very important. So very important. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Big time things going on. We're in a blessed spot, blessed position. It's time, guys. It's time for us to evolve from just being holders of an asset. It's time for us to evolve. We got to start beginning to learn that DeFi game. The great thing about OneSwap that I like so much is you can start out with like $5 and start. I mean, the transactions are 0.001. You can start like $5 and just test it out. Just see how it works. Seriously, it doesn't take much at all. You can check out my videos on my channel that I did on OneSwap. And if those aren't thorough enough, go check out Darren Moore's channel. Maybe it's about 10 to 15 videos down where he does a very thorough background on depositing, swap, the pool, the yield, all of that. So it's time for us to understand we're in a position, being in a position to be a liquidity provider. I mean, to be a market maker is it. Got to understand how massive that is. Don't sleep on 0.01 of millions of dollars. Don't sleep on that. It's massive. Right? It is massive. What's going on, XRP, X Rapid, the creators? Appreciate you being here, bro. So guys, listen, I'm going to end this video like I do all of my videos and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather that we remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating? Or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know. That the battle for you has already been fought. And the victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya. Bye.